Hi everyone, Miss Mortimer here with a Health Week video for this week. So this video is for all of the primary 5s, 6s and 7s. And I'm going to be talking to you about your literacy task for this week, which is all about emotions and feelings. This is linked to the Inside Out characters. So if you have seen the film or you can watch the film, that would be a very good idea. However, if you don't have access to the film and you've never seen it before, in the resources we've attached a document with all the links to different YouTube videos that show you clips of the characters. And if you can view any other clips on YouTube of the Inside Out film, that would be very helpful. So in the Inside Out film, they focus on 5 emotions, which are joy, sadness, fear, disgust, anger. Of course, in the real world, there are many other emotions that could be linked to those or are kind of like some of them or are slightly different. So there are millions of emotions we can play with. And in our tasks today, we are going to have a bit of fun with emotions, but there is also a serious message throughout the tasks, and that is that all emotions we experience are normal and it's okay to feel those emotions. So I have 3 tasks for you to complete thinking about emotions and the Inside Out characters. Your first task, a little bit like what I just showed you, is all about drama and acting. Have a play about. If you've got little brothers and sisters too, they can do this, almost like charades, acting out different emotions, and they have to get the emotions. You can even add some extra ones in. Slightly more challenging, you could have a go at writing a script and acting out your own drama scene with your family as the characters and the actors. Or you can act out a scene from Inside Out the film. The second option for the task is to write a comic strip. There should be a comic strip resource with spaces for pictures and text underneath in the resources uploaded for Health Week. So if you can't find them, you're maybe best to ask your teacher, but that should be uploaded with everything. And you can use the comic strip to write a story of either based on the Inside Out characters. You can write one from the film or write your own story, or you can also link it to yourself and write about your own experiences in a typical day or a day during lockdown, referring to the emotions that you experience. Third task, I will give you a bit more detail in the next clip because I'm going to show you more of what I mean by that, but we're going to have a go at writing a poem, and the poem is going to be based on an emotion, or you can do more than one poem about a few different emotions, maybe one big poem about all the emotions. So we'll be looking closely at an emotion in greater detail. All of these tasks are available for you to choose from. You can do little bits of them all, you can just focus on one, it is entirely up to you. So before you write your poem, you might want to think about each emotion in greater detail, or choose the emotion you are going to write your poem on and look at it in greater detail. And we're going to do this by setting up a grid like this. So we're going to focus on joy for this example, but you can look closely at any emotion of your choice. So what we're going to do is a feels like, looks like, sounds like board, where we think about the emotion joy and we write in more detail what that emotion feels like, what it looks like, maybe if you're looking at other people, and what it sounds like if you can hear it from far away. Imagine. How would you be able to tell that someone is feeling joy? I've updated my board here with the ideas that I think joy feels like, looks like and sounds like. So I've said that joy feels like butterflies in my tummy. It looks like a big wide cheesy grin. And it sounds like explosions of laughter. Now, if you have a bit more time to work on this, your poem will be a lot longer and a lot more detailed the more ideas you have here. But this is just an example, so we're just going to use these examples here. So here we have put our ideas together and we've followed the structure of a poem to create a verse. And that is really as simple as our poem needs to be. So we've got here, joy feels like butterflies in my tummy. Joy looks like a big wide cheesy grin. Joy sounds like explosions of laughter. And obviously your poem will be a lot longer the more ideas you put into it. For a slightly more effective and challenging maybe more abstract version of the poem, we have taken out the feels like, looks like, sounds like words. And if you're reading the poem, it reads, butterflies fluttering in spirals in my tummy. Big wide banana-shaped cheesy grin across faces. Explosions of laughter erupting from all around like fireworks. So you can tell by this we're still describing joy. It is much more abstract, so perhaps with more description again, it becomes clearer and clearer which emotion you're describing. It's almost like a riddle. I've definitely added more description here, and something to note is that with the description I've added, I've tried to think of things that also resonate with the emotion joy. So for example, I've spoken about butterflies, spirals, bananas, cheese, explosions, but thinking more about fireworks maybe. Those are things that people maybe link with joy. So that is it for our poem, and that is it for our video this week. I hope you have fun engaging with the inside out emotions, and thank you for listening.